We're talking to Dmitry Shapiro, CEO of Veoh. Welcome back to Entertainment News from Etopia.
Thanks, Mark. Good to see you.
Talk about the conference panel you were just on, and what was the main point that you wanted to make to the assembled people there?
Well, I'm not sure there was a main point, but the panel was discussing kind of the tipping point evolution of video and television, and how we're really kind of getting past the point of no return, and that this is something that's going to happen and will happen in a big way. And so I think what I tried to bring to the panel is a perspective that media will be democratized, that media will be available to broadcasters of all shapes and sizes, and it'll be free. It'll be a medium that allows people to convey messages and speak their minds without the restrictions of traditional broadcast media. Okay,
well, as I've been posting interviews and other content onto Veoh, I'm faced with the problem that I'm competing with NBC Universal, that spends thousands of times more per minute than I spend in my entire production budget. Could you comment on the impact on the democratization you're talking about the fact that the existing players have so much more resources to spend on the production levels and the market research to bring in the audiences, and whether, even with as democratic a technology as Veoh, whether independent producers or really independent producers can actually compete in the marketplace for people's attention?
I think that's a great point and a great question. Clearly, big marketing dollars being put into the promotion of content, and a lot of production dollars being put into making content rich is something that audiences continue to respond to. But I believe audiences, especially over time, will start to realize that it's really not the glossiness of the production that matters, but really the message that is being delivered. So I think in the long term, I think you'll find that independent producers will rise to the top based upon merit rather than based upon money that's spent in glossing up potentially not as compelling content as is being produced by the independent producers. Today we're trying to keep the playing field level in a number of ways. One, bubbling stuff up to the top by when it's posted, so most recent postings, which really aren't biased towards anybody. It's a matter of who gets in front of what. Ability to promote video by independent producers to their group of constituents, ability to forward video, ability to embed video in people's blogs, ability to embed video in comments and blogs. And so I think you'll find this thing evolves pretty naturally. And I do believe that in the long term, independent producers are the ones that are really going to stand out. I do not believe that the mainstream networks are the ones that are going to have the hold on user hearts and minds.
Okay, the other side of the coin of not having money for production or promotion is that those independent producers that do prove popular are co-opted, taken up, bought out by the larger conglomerates. Isn't that part of the attraction and repulsion of the whole process?
Absolutely, it is. You know, that's unfortunately the world or fortunately the world that we live in. Depends on what your goal is. Yes, clearly big money will continue to play a big role in media, and they will pick up independents. Some independents will want to be picked up and will do it, and there are other independents that I know that have no interest in being picked up. They want to deliver a message. And to them, this medium is the first capability.
Well, Samuel Goldwyn said if you have a message, use Western Union. Now you can use Veoh, I suppose.
Right. Yes, you could.
Do you think there's a limit to how much media people can consume?
Yes. Well, there's only 24 hours a day.
Well, but in The Man That Fell to Earth, David Bowie's Alien looks at a wall with 400 screens on it as a way of getting around that problem. Is that what we're moving towards for everybody now?
I hope not. I don't think that's the right way. I think you need to focus your attention on one storyline and go with that. I think it's a matter of using your time effectively, and for consumers to be able to choose what messages they consume when, rather than for somebody sitting there programming those messages to them.
Do you think that the media is inherently either subversive or co-optive, or that the very process of creating a media and serving it out and attracting people to it is necessarily supportive of the existing relationships? For example, V for Vendetta spent $20 million promoting it, telling people that the government should be afraid of them and not them afraid of the government. But in the end, it was a commercial product that Warner Brothers, Time Warner, was selling in order to build its bottom line.
Yeah, I tell you, there's a great documentary made by a production company called Frontline, and it's a documentary called The Merchants of Cool. It was released a few years back, and what it studies was it asked the question: does MTV create cool or report on cool? And I think if you watch it, you'll find that it's really a little of both. They create the cool, and then they take it and regurgitate it and digest it and send it right back to us as if it's a reporting on cool. So I think the answer is both.
Okay, and so my question is whether the very act of participating in the ecosystem of video it can be subversive, or whether it's just supportive of existing relationships.
I think that's probably a deeper discussion we need to have over a beer. I think there are a lot of different philosophies to be taken in that kind of discussion.
All right, talk about Veoh's next few months and where it is now and where it's going.
So we recently released 2.0, which is the webification of Veoh that allows people to preview videos and interact in social networks. The next stage is we're about to release a vlogging infrastructure. In fact, that's coming out on Monday. You're the first one to hear about it. And what that allows you to do is basically very easily create vlogs. It brings vlogging to the masses.
Okay, and tell people how they can get involved. Where's the website?
Veoh.com, Veoh.com, and there'll be a section there called Vlogs, and you'll clearly be able to find it and create it. It's going to be very intuitive.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.